All right, everybody. This is Shane with Tactical Gaming. So we're about to log into an account that's not mine. We're going to log into Tony's account because we were talking last night, and the discussion was that Tony doesn't have a 6-star yet, and we're sitting on almost a month in. So me and I have about 5, and Dave has about, I don't know, he's got a couple. And Tony sitting on day, it says 42 here, but he actually just let it sit for a week and never played it. So he's on about day 30. He has none. Okay? And so I was thinking, how is that possible? So yesterday I got on his account and I looked around, I realized what's going on, and I did some stuff. So Tony is making a mistake that I think a lot of players on Raid make, is he is bringing up every champion at the same time. He's taking all the guys he likes, he's bringing them all up, and he doesn't have any food to feed a 6-star, basically. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 or 9. He's got 8 5-star champs, and all of them are about maxed out. And he's got them all ascended. I mean, he's building them. Problem is, everybody needs to realize is a 6-star versus a 5-star is like 2 or 3 times more powerful. So a 5-star KL, he's gonna get to like the end of the hard campaign, he's gonna have trouble. A 6-star KL, he'll get all the way through it if you get the right gear. So by not focus, your very first thing you should focus on as a new account is to get a 6-star, and then the second thing you should focus on is get another 6-star. So if you sit there and you build every single champion that you get because you like them, you just limiting yourself in the game. You'll get those champs again. If you get a legendary, okay, keep it. But everything else, you'll get another copy of him eventually. Another thing I noticed that on this account, which probably a lot of people do, is to me, Tony is a equipment hoarder. He has got some equipment. He's got 740 items, all right? Tons. And most of them are trash. Most of them. Okay, so we're going to work on that too. Another thing I noticed, let's see, is he's putting masteries on all these champs. All of them. He's building every single one, except for that guy, because I brought him up yesterday. I mean, he is working. He's putting a lot of time and effort into all of these champs. He's never going to get a 6-star like that. So if it was me, we talked about it. I said, hey, go put a heart on everybody you want to keep, and that way I don't turn anybody into food. Because me, I'd have 2 6-stars right now. But when he did it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So about 90% of all of them, he wants to keep them. So that's going to make it a little hard for me to give him a 6-star because I can't really get rid of any guys. And the guys that should have kept, he didn't keep. But it's fine. Some of them, just like this guy. Why didn't he mark with a heart? Anyway, so what I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to record it later, is I'm going to work on, and I started yesterday, I started building up his supply. Another thing I want to point out too is if you look at his guys, something else that is going to make it hard for me is he's got no brews. All of his brews have been going into these top guys. So it's going to be hard for me to grow food. I'm going to have to grind it, which is fine. Anyway, the advice I'm going to give everybody watching, your first step when you get a new account, build 6-stars. Don't worry about growing a team of 17 people that are great 5-stars. Get rid of them. Eat them. Unless you get somebody and you look at them and you go look at like Hell Hades and you look at their reviews and they're like this guy, top tier, great champion. Okay, don't get rid of that guy. But if you got somebody like this or like this and you look them up and they're junk or they're okay, eat them. This guy's good. But eat them. Build your 6-star. Don't worry about it. You'll get them again. You'll pull them again, I promise. You'll end up getting 2 or 3 of those guys. So just don't worry about it. Don't stress. Don't waste your resources. Because if he would have took and when he first started and just ranked up this guy and got him a 6-star, he'd probably have this guy still, maybe this guy, and he'd have 3 6-stars right now instead of having a whole bunch of 5-stars that can't get far in the game. I also noticed on his account he hasn't been focused on his Great Hall, so he hasn't been doing his grinding on his arena. He's still in bronze. Focus on. I know this arena seems boring, but go ahead and work on this. Get this up. This brings up all your champions, so it helps you get further in the game. But as far as gear, if you're saving 1-star gear and you got 30 life that you'll never use, a bunch of offensive, you'll never use all that stuff, you're wasting your time. The last thing I seen on his account, which I've changed, is he doesn't have a reviver. None of these guys revive, which is a problem when you start getting further. You need a reviver. And he also had them all set up with like speed gear and attack gear and all this different stuff. But the problem is he doesn't have no way of staying alive, so it made it kind of hard to get there. So I changed all that. So putting some lifesteal gear, some regen gear, depending if they're hitters or if they're just support guys, to try to keep his team alive. And so anyway, I'm gonna go work on this for the next 10 hours or so, and then I'll get back on here and I'll record where we're at on his account. So currently I got him up to 2. He was hitting 1.8 when I first started, so I'm gonna try to get this by the day where he's at least quick battling the normal clan boss. Anyway, I will see you guys in about 10 hours, and hopefully I got him a 6-star and his account is moving in a different direction. All right, guys, later. All right, everybody, so this is Shane. It's been about 2 minutes or 1 minute or whatever for you guys due to the magic of video editing. For me, it's been about 6 or 7 hours. And so let's show you what I was able to accomplish. So if you look at Tony's account and you look at his champions now, he has a 6-star. Rathalos, 6-star. He is the decided champion that we were going to bring up. He also, his gear, you know, I talked about a few minutes ago for you guys that I wanted to do lifesteal. I changed it up and I went with Savage and Cruel. So I'm missing it. He doesn't have the gear yet, but I was working. I got as best as I could. I was trying to get 100% crit rate, 100% crit damage. I didn't get there, but I was able to get him the best possible for what he's got right now. So his next mission for him, he needs to get better gear. But that's on him. So if you look at the champions, you'll see I got all of his main guys brought up, and I ranked them 1s for the guys he should keep, 3 for the guys he should drop and use as food so he can do what he wants, and I ate most of all the rest of his guys. I've been working hard. All right. As far as arena, clan boss, I wasn't able to get, you can't see it, but I'm almost to 3 million on normal now. So I got him really close to having an auto run on that. So with a little bit of tweaking on his gear, he'll be able to get there. What else? I also got through the campaign on normal, cleared it all using Wrath and one other guy. He could probably get through hard now. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm gonna set it up so he sees for hard. I would go with, let's see, so I was pretty much going with Wrath and Volgoth, his 2 best guys pretty much. Some of the other guys are great, but that's his 2 hitters, right? So he'll be able to get through pretty much all of it. It's just a sort of a difference in speed. Wrath just pretty much destroys each wave. Volgoth might pick up the trash for a second, but he'll be able to get through all of hard today and get his next get to the next level of brutal, I think it is, and start doing some real farming. It's just amazing how much difference a 6-star. So Wrath's hitting for 12, 20. I think I hit for 100,000 earlier, depending on if you get everything set up correctly, compared to 2,000, 3,000 what he was hitting before, which was garbage. All right, so yeah, so it's easy to farm now. He'll be able to farm. He'll be able to go to 12, 3, which is what everybody recommends farming at. This gives you the best bang for your buck. He also has Void Shard, 2 of them, some Ancient Shards. I'm looking forward to hopefully him getting a Reviver, which is the only thing he really needs. But anyway, so his that is his new 6-star. We were able to get through it for an hour. So if anybody's curious how you get there, so every day you get about 50 automatic fights, so these multi-battles. And I don't have any right now, but what I usually do is I'll set this up, and I have another video that shows you how, and I'll just set to grind on the same campaign 50 times and just work through all of his troops, all of his champions to get them all built up. So when you're building up your food, and then you just level them, and do that every day. If you do that every day, you'll start getting 5 stars, 6 stars really quickly. if you sit there and you focus on building all the guys you like up and getting them all ascended and all this kind of stuff like this, then you will never get to a 6-star. You'll be sitting there fighting forever. So like right now, he's got these 3, right? So Haikatoon's probably the best person. So what he needs to do next is use Haikatoon. He needs one more 4-star, which would be this guy. He's ready to go. So you bring him up, you get your food up, you have that 4-star, and you'll have Haikatoon as a 5-star tonight if you push it. Anyway, that's how you do it. So hopefully Tony appreciates his new 6-star and he starts making some moves. And if he's mad at me, I'm sure he'll take a video and tell you how upset he is by me destroying his channel, his account. But either way, I think it's a good move. He has a 6-star now and he can start making some progress. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.